Book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 20 through 22. As long as thou livest and hast breath in thee, give not thyself over to any. Okay, first and foremost, I like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation to the Akims that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. This lesson will be about the trials of over-investing. Now I'm going to get into a plethora of things that basically you can go too far in. Okay, and they'll cause grief to come to your soul because you're overly indulging in it. All right? And that's why the Lord called for a balance in order to walk in his faith. See, whether it may be a woman, a child, a job, a hobby, you know, a person. You see, there's many trials that we go through in life, and we all got it on all sides because we probably, you know, we gotta, just to be in all honesty, we got a person we love, we got a thing we like doing, we got preferences, all right, because it matches our soul, and our soul is where our desires lie. Okay, but what will lie within a desire has to be acknowledging or an examination of knowing, all right, the thing that I desire is I'm giving too much into it, I'm putting too much into it, I'm not putting enough into it, all right. But the truth, okay, see, these things that surround the truth is at the center of our lives, and therefore you can never really pour too much into the center, you know. But even with the truth, the Lord say have a balance, you know. So how much more the other things that we stay up on, all right. And I got this little greed thing here, because most of the time when you're over invested in something, all right, you get a little greedy up on it, all right. Let's see. Let's get this, right? Let's get the word greedy, right? Eager to obtain, you see. Greed. Let's see if they got more. Right? To like, to want. Right? So when you like something, you'll over engage in it. All right? You know, let's just say with a woman. All right? Obviously, you know, men got children. Men love to listen. Men love their children. It ain't as simple as brothers who don't have children to just totally disregard your children. I mean, that's like the Lord. The Lord, we're children unto the Lord, and it wasn't, you know, obviously, you know, the Lord showed that it wasn't simple to disregard us. You know, he chastised us and came back. So it's the same with men with kids, but we understand the connection we have to have and how, you know, what it is we supposed to do. And I'm going to finish that off in 33. It's going to prove that. All right? Greed. To have sickness or disease. When you get a passion towards something. All right? You could grow a sickness or a disease and ignore it. Being greedy on it. All right? Overly passionate. Excessively eager desire to possess. All right? So that go hand in hand with what? Overindulging. You want to possess something. You know? Now, you know, trials of investing with jobs and different things like that. We'll get into that. All right? This is Sirach 33 and 20 again. As long as thou livest and hast breath in thee, give not thyself over to any. For better is it that thy children should seek to thee than thou shouldest stand in their courtesy. And a lot of times, you may, well, in this world, children have become people oppressors. So when you see to their courtesy, what happens is you become oppressed to their feelings. Not to their reality, but to their feelings. Right? You're going to stand to their courtesy on everything. All right? You're going to be hospitable about them. You know, nobody better not play with my children. Or you know, you can get yourself in trouble, right? Anyone that's greedy of anything, all right, trouble in his house. Let's get that. This Proverbs 15:27. He that is greedy of gain, trouble in his own house. All right. Now that gain goes into, you know, a lot. All right. But he that hated gifts shall live, or bribes. All right. You can't bribe your own self, man. You know, steady going after, you know, money to get gifts and, you know, different things. All right. It's like it's like you're robbing yourself. You're taking away from yourself, man. Because what then happens is, all right, the things of importance take a back seat, all right, to the things of want and like, right? Your necessities suffer because, you know, you've put too much emphasis on you know, things that are not profitable. You see? When a man trying to gain, he trying to get it, right? Whether it's a woman, you know, whatever it may be, he coveting it. All right, he become dishonest in what he doing. Well, he become unbalanced in what he doing, because that's why Paul say all things are righteous but not expedient. You see, so you gotta measure how you're on everything. This is Sirach 33:22. And all thy works keep to thyself preeminence. See, leave not a stain in thy honor. So the things you working, yeah, you do it all your might, but have power over it, right? Don't let your virtue get sucked in by it, all right? And our true virtue need to be investing in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So we can't allow things of the world surround us, or the things that's surrounding us, all right, to take some of our virtue away from the Lord, man, right? You know what everything you have to do for the Lord. Therefore, invest in it. All right? Let your virtue intertwine with it. Let it romance with the Lord, man. Because remember, we getting pulled, you know, back and forward. You see? Left and right, up and down. You know, of course there's things we got to do in our life. But your virtue have to be on the importance of life. Anything else after the truth is not as important than the truth. And that's all we saying. All right? That's all, you know, that's all your mindset should be. Right? I'm going to go through, I'm going to get a few of these, jump around and just get a couple of different examples of being on something or someone, you know, too much, right? Just this video is just about too much of anything, right? Whether it be foods, you know, whatever. This is Sirach 3:31. And he that requited good turns is mindful, right, of that which may come hereafter, right? And this is not it. I requite with a shrewd turn. I'm sorry, Salaki. Well, this is one too. This is one. And he that required good turns is mindful of that which may come hereafter. So the things that we do, we look for a return, right, on the things that we do invest in, or the things that we exercise thereby, right? And when he falleth, he shall find a state, because that good turn going to things that are profitable for you. All right. This the one, Sirach 8:19, and it reads, "Open not thine heart to every man, lest he requite thee with a shrewd turn." Yeah, don't be hasty to credit man. All right, and you just opening your heart to every single man, right? He'll requite thee or return you with a shrewd turn. You'll be like, man, I poured my heart into you. I invested a lot into you. All right, and this the thanks that I get. Right? So that's just about keeping a balance. Furthermore, right? Because there's a friend who's born for adversity. There's a friend that you love it more than a brother. All right? So we understand the balance in that. Okay? So, and it goes into close relatives and friends to let you know how important of keeping balance is. All right. This Sirach 29:20. Help thy neighbor according to thy power. See? And beware that thou thyself fall not into the same. So you got to use a measurement of judgment on how you help people. Even brothers in the truth. Remember, over helping a brother could handicap him, could cripple him. All right? Or make him hate you. Not brothers in his truth. You done help them. All right? And you just put hot coals on their head, man. Because they weren't inwardly, all right? They wasn't given over to brotherly love and other things. So they covered the fact that you had a spiritual heart, man. You know, your heart was towards doing that which is good in the sight of the Lord. But so even when you helping a man, even with, you know, building him up, edifying him, whatever you doing, all right, you got to beware that thou thyself not falling the same, because the position that he's in of you helping him, all right, both of y'all can fall and hurt thyself because of it, man. All right, so you got to, these are the trials and error of just balancing, you know, learning to balance yourself in everything that you do. All right. Okay. This is Sirach. 31:12. It'll be hard to pull up. This won't be long. This is just about a reminder, right? This is Sirach 31:12. If thou sit at a bountiful table, be not greedy upon it, and say not, there is much meat on it. See? Right? Because you become covetous. All right? There's much meat on it. You know what? And that's spiritual and physical. All right? You go to some dinner and you know, you with your girlfriend, you know, whatever. You meet their parents, you know, they cook food, and you just like, oh, they cooked a lot of food, and you just on the table just eating, man. Don't you know you got a dietary law you got to follow and abide by? All right? And even in meats, all right, that's also what? Philosophies. So don't be greedy on different philosophies, man. All right? The Lord have given us a table to eat off, and on that table, we have a strict diet. All right? So, you know, when you put yourself in the way of a bountiful table, it's much. Something that's bountiful is over, over the amount that, you know, your eyes can look at and see. All right? It's October 8/19. Let's see. Verse 5/18. This Tobit 5/18. Be not greedy to add money to money, but let it be as refuse in respect of our child. For that which the Lord had given us to live with, do it suffice us. You see? So we got enough if we implement balance in our life. See? For that which the Lord had given us to live, that which doeth suffices. So we really have enough, but we don't really got to overdo anything. And the Lord say have balance in, what the hell? Have balance in righteousness. Right? This is Ecclesiastes, and I'll get out of here with this. 7. What the hell? You can't even have too much righteousness, right? This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 16. Be not righteous over much. See? Neither make thyself over wise. So you can't even study all the damn time. All right? Just watching a plethora of videos, studying, doing lessons, you know. Now the Lord gave every man his portion of his spirit. But at some point, all right, you're going to bug yourself out, because if you overindulging in the truth, then you're going to lack in something else. You're going to lack in, you may lack in, do benevolence for your woman, right? The scriptures say you got to give them something, or they going to hate you and bring you hell in the truth. All right? You know, hey, you may not tend to your children. They may become whores. Your sons may become mistress monsters. All right? So there's things you have to do. All right? But remember the power in which you do it. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? See? And it says, it is good that thou shouldest take hold of this. Yea, also from this withdraw not thine hand. So do yet, don't withdraw your hand from overdoing things in righteousness, man. Right? Be not righteous over much, for he that feareth God shall come forth to them all. See? So you can't even be over wicked. Can't be over righteous. I'll skip one. Yep. KJV. Do not be overly righteous, nor be overly wise. All right. Same as wickedness. Let's see what this 7 and 18 say. NLT. Pay attention to these instructions, for anyone who fears God will avoid both extremes. And there you go. Not too less, too much, right? But, obviously this is about over-exercising yourself more, right? Giving to your appetites, right? Just remembering the trials of over-investing, all right? That you may examine things in your life according as they is today, all right? And rebalance it. All right, rebalance yourself, because there's always a process in what we're examining, and we have to rebalance the things that we're doing. We have to look at it, though. All right, because remember, constantly working in something don't make it a habit. All right, we creatures of habit. All right, so when something is not suddenly kind of just affecting us, all right, we'll tend to stay on it longer than we should. But just pay attention, keep an open eye for the trials of over-investing, all right, and rebalance yourself. So I don't want to watch this out of was that a fun next time I see Shalom.